Bush has been saying all these things about Gaza and falsely claiming that there's a genocide. None of that is true. But while she's focused on that, she hasn't been focused on her district. So she may lose not just because of her pro-Hamas stance, but also because the person who's running against her, a St. Louis County prosecutor, is pointing out that, look, this woman is for defunding the police while she's paying for hundreds of thousands of dollars of private security. And by the way, the Department of Justice is investigating whether there's corruption there because all of the money is going to her husband.
Oh. How's your black job? Oh, 2 down, more to go. Oh, man, I can't breathe. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh, I might need to get that out. Oh, I might need to get my asthma pump. I ain't used it in years. Whew. Boy, good riddance is what them patriots are saying. What them taxpayers are saying. Shout out to my hardworking tax-paying patriots. Boy, it's been one time to be alive on one hell of a year. August is starting off strong, isn't it? A lot is happening very, very fast, man, and we are 90 days away. Boy, man. But man, them taxpayers, man, them true patriots speaking out. How's that black job? Black job. 2 down, more to go. They got Bowman out of there. That fella was beating on his chest, drinking Red Bull, showing off his biceps, picking up chairs, screaming. Unbelievable. We're sick of the foolishness. Common sense got to be we got to make common sense great again. I'm just saying now. For real. You know? And look, there's, like I said, there's more to go. 2 down, more to go. And we know how that list is. But old Cory, man, I knew my brother Greg was going to drop an amazing video, so I'm going to just jump straight in, man. Huge shout out to my brother Greg, man. Link in the description box down below. And I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. We all need to keep it real. We're going to continue to spread the truth. And we all need a good laugh. Keep our spirits high. As we see a lot of dark stuff, a lot of woke crap, sick, disgraceful times that we're living in, man. And as you can see, everything woke has turned to, you know. But hey, when we keep it real, man, they attack us. They say we're racist. They say we're this, we're that, you know, but it's the truth, you know. And again, like I tell y'all, most people don't want to hear the truth. They don't care for the truth, or they just run away from the truth. Simple as that, man. Common sense is far, far, far gone. And we are in trouble. Millions and millions of people are declining right now, struggling. Can't make this stuff up, man. For real. Let's jump in.
The wealthy should pay their fair share.
Yes, wealthy should pay their fair share.
What is a fair share? What percentage?
So you're saying that you're saying that they're paying their fair share is what you're saying?
No, I'm asking what percentage is a fair share?
Their fair share, the same, if a third of my money is going to taxes, then I think a third of their money should be going to taxes. It does. Well, it does.
I love that this clip is literally like everybody's reposting this clip right now. Man. I've seen this clip like at least, I think probably like 300 times today, y'all. Well, tonight. 300 times tonight. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm trying to understand because you realize the effective tax rate on the poor is less than it is on the rich, right?
Okay, so first of all, I'm not the poor. I'm very close to that line, but I'm not the poor.
Okay, so
But
the
we're
effective
also
tax
talking
rate
about-
the effective tax rate on the middle class is less than it is on the rich, correct? What fair share would you like to change the tax rate to on the wealthiest what percentage of Americans so it's a fair share?
So let's say the wealthy 1% could pay, let's say if they paid, let's just give them 45%.
Black people, the insurrection, racism.
We're going to defeat Donald Trump. I'm going to work hard as soon as I win my reelection. And for those...
Boy. Soon as you win, huh? How's that black job? Yeah. Since we've everybody's offended. Everybody can't understand what the truth is and what Trump meant. But hey, they say we're racist. And again, we live in the most sensitive times ever. Everybody's sensitive, man. Sad. I know them true real patriots not sensitive though. I know y'all not sensitive. I know the family on this channel, we not sensitive. You know? But how's that black job?
Those that know me, you know that as soon as I win my reelection, I go on to the next fight.
A few moments later.
Start with a race that's gained national attention. Congresswoman Cory Bush, a progressive member of the Squad, being challenged by St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell and former state lawmaker Maria Chappelle Nadal. And as you can see right now, Wesley Bell in front by 10% right now over the incumbent Cory Bush.
Here's to a Cory Bush defeat and a Donald Trump victory in just a few days. Donald.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Down goes Cory Bush. Down goes Cory Bush. Down goes Cory Bush. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. Another race hustling Democrat from the Squad goes down after getting destroyed in her primary re-election campaign. This is the second time it has happened this year. The first was Jamal Fire Alarm Bowman, who got obliterated in his primary. And now we have Cory Bush getting destroyed in her primary as Decision Desk has called a race. And they're saying that Wesley Bell, her opponent, is now projected to win. Now, I am hoping that this decision holds up, okay? This decision came down at 10:32 p.m. at night. Right now, it has Wesley Bell up 54.3 percentage points to Cory Bush's 42.4 percentage points. Now, this is the only outlet that I've seen that has called a race thus far. You have NBC News that still hasn't called a race, but it doesn't look like she's going to be able to recover here because in St. Louis County, where almost 50% of the votes are in, Bell is up 60%. And in St. Louis, where 55% of the vote is in, Bush is up with 49.7% of the vote, and Bell has 47.2%. So again, you talk about a razor thin margin in the inner city of St. Louis, but in the suburbs, Bell is running away. So it looks like Cory Bush is not going to be able to catch up and that she is out. Okay, she has lost. And it's funny because just yesterday, a story came out about Cory Bush, who, by the way, believes that she can cure cancer. Okay, that story came out about Cory Bush, along with a bunch of other crazy stories about Cory Bush over the past year or so. But a new story came out, and she compared the DOJ investigation into her paying her now husband to be her security guard with campaign funds. She compared that to the FBI investigating Martin Luther King. Take a look.
There are people who are very, very angry with us. Powerful people who are angry with us because we said ceasefire.
Then she floated another theory contradicting that one. Maybe the whole investigation was just propped up to insulate President Biden from Republican critics.
This person who is a right-wing Trumper type deal If this person asked the DOJ to open this investigation, and if the DOJ would have said no, then this person could have come back and said the DOJ didn't do this because she's a Democrat and the president is a Democrat, and it's just to cover for Democrats.
Then she compared the government's investigation into her campaign spending to J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI's covert operations to spy on communists and discredit Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Just remember, think about how many folks was actually with Dr. King when Dr. King was doing all the things that he was doing. How many folks turned away from him when the FBI came at him? It's the same type of tactics. If we can throw mud on your name, if we can get you caught up in spending money, if we can get you in a place to where you tired and people don't trust you no more, and all of this, if I can ruin your credibility, then we can ruin you. And then you no longer will be in that seat, and we can put who we want there.
Those efforts to keep staff on board were ultimately unsuccessful. 3 more staffers left Bush's office in the last 6 weeks alone. She's now down to just 1 staffer on her legislative team, and her office is not actively hiring any replacements.
Yeah, so Cory Bush was undoubtedly the dumbest member of Congress, and this is why I am happy that she is being ousted, okay? Because as we all remember, Cory Bush, every time there was any conversation about legislation or anything, she would just boo-hoo, whine, and cry white supremacy.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Hurd. St. Louis and I are here today once again to focus on the real issues that affect our communities instead of partisan hit jobs. Let me start by saying that the potential mishandling of classified information is a serious issue, and I believe it was appropriate for the Attorney General to appoint both special counsels in the Biden and Trump cases. As my colleagues have pointed out, President Biden fully complied with the investigation conducted by Special Counsel Hurd, who did not find evidence sufficient to warrant criminal charges. Despite this outcome, Republicans have used the special counsel's report to further their longstanding efforts to re-elect the former white supremacist in chief, Donald Trump, who faced
Hey, how's your black job? Black job.
faces 40 criminal charges related to the mishandling of classified documents, including obstruction of justice.
You guys remember the time that Cory Bush accused fossil fuel CEOs of being white supremacists? Yeah, she did that in Congress.
Today, and the corporations they represent, St. Louis has 11 more 90-degree days per year than when I was born. Mr. Lawler, are the overwhelming majority of fossil fuel CEOs black or white?
No, I don't have the exact numbers, but I would assume they're white.
Yes. Ms. Watkins, is an oil refinery more likely to be situated in a black community or a white community?
I'm not sure how to answer that, honestly. We've got oil refineries along the U.S. Gulf Coast, and we're very proud to be community members there.
It's black. Yeah, it's black. For years, you all have continued to promote fossil fuels despite knowing that promoting them means promoting environmental racism and violence in black and brown communities. You all are still promoting and selling fossil fuels that are killing millions of people. This is a striking example of white supremacy. Your profit-driven choices threaten my life, the lives of my family, my neighbors, and our communities every single day. I sit before you as a black congresswoman with asthma caused by fossil fuels and the tear gas you fund. I have a lot of questions, let me say.
Yeah, so again,
I'm a black woman and I'm proud. Yeah, I'm black. And I mean I'm black. Oh man. I know, y'all, doesn't it make you cringe? Sick to your stomach, I know. You know. The race card, man. Y'all know how I feel about the race card, man. We're not gonna go through that again and continue to go through it, but I just keep it real, man. One love to the human race, man. And you know, it's a lot of my people that make it. You know, we have that mindset of making excuses, of blaming the white man. Oh, you the white man this, the white man that. We make excuses. They're full of insults, especially on the left, insults. Oh, you bow down to the white man. You're a sellout. You're a bootlicker. Uncle Tom. You're a sellout, Rick. You're selling chips. You're selling honey buns. Tomorrow you're going to be selling motor oil. You know? Completely lost, man. And that mentality, that mindset is just absolutely disgusting. You know, and I have family members that I've got into full-blown back and forth arguments with because of that mindset. And I just keep it real. Give them something to think about when they go to sleep at night. But I know some people are just, you know, culture and skin color driven. And sometimes you just can't change that in people. And, you know, everybody is tied to their own views, opinions, or whatever, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just hate that we use it as an excuse all the time. An excuse. You know? And then we insult the other person on their beliefs. Disgusting, man. Race baiting, race hustling, just disgusting stuff, man, I tell you.
Please forgive me, guys. I'm just playing Cory Bush's greatest hits here because this will be the last video I'll ever make about this woman. Thank God, okay? So I just have to go through all the Looney Tunes stuff, okay? Again, this woman is a massive hypocrite. And this is why I think part of the reason why she lost. Again, she was pro defunding the police while having her own security, okay? And when she was questioned about it, she basically said, well, you must want me dead if you don't think that I should better have security, while trying to promote policies that make it so other people are less safe, that they don't have police or people around them to protect them.
The thing, I won't let them get that off. You can't get that off. I'm going to make sure I have security because I know I have had attempts on my life and I have too much work to do. There are too many people that need help right now for me to allow that. So if I end up spending $200,000, if I spend $10 more on it, you know what? I get to be here to do the work. So suck it up, and defunding the police has to happen. We need to defund the police and put that money into social safety nets.
Yeah, I'm glad this is the last video we do on this woman too. Man, I tell you. But hey, how about how's your black job?
And then there's this, okay? This is where the real irony comes in regards to Cory Bush losing, is because, again, we all know that Cory Bush likes to boohoo, whine, and cry racism and bigotry when it comes to any topic of conversation, right? She cannot talk about anything without boohoo, whine, and cry. Oh, it's racism, you're a white supremacist, right? Her career ended when that card got flipped on her, okay? When the bigotry card, the anti-Semitism card got flipped on her, then that's when it was basically the beginning of the end for her. And the most hilarious part about all this is that because Cory Bush's brain is stuck on victimhood, she could not argue against the accusations of anti-Semitism on behalf of herself or the squad without pointing the finger at the other side and accusing them of racism for accusing her and the squad of being anti-Semitic. Again, this was like peak victimhood wars in Congress.
Of a lack of care and a lack of understanding and a lack of seeing the humanity of folks who look like Rashida Tlaib. It's outrageous that my colleagues are blatantly attempting to silence the only Palestinian American representative right here. It's outrageous, but it's not surprising. And let me tell you, it's not surprising because this place is where 1,700 members of Congress, this elected body, enslaved black people. It's not surprising because they thought it was right. It's not surprising because this is a place where members continue to claim that the insurrection on the Capitol just appeared to look like a normal tourist visit. It's not surprising because this is the place where our black and brown staff members repeatedly speak of experiencing racism and sexism, Islamophobia, get pushed off at elevators, xenophobia, and more right here in this workplace. This is the place. And let me say this. She mourns for the 1,400 Israelis that lost their lives. She mourns for the 10,000, and she will not stop. No more ceasefire now, and she takes the death threats that you all send that they.
The gentlelady is no longer recognized. The gentleman from Maryland.
To her, the desire to save lives is greater.
Gentleman from Maryland is recognized.
That's what I said.
We'll reserve.
Yo, you can't make this up. You really can't. Okay, so just like Jamal Bowman, she spammed the victimhood card too much. Okay, eventually it got played on her, and that was the end of her career because Mr. Wesley Bell here is pro-Israel. He was heavily funded by AIPAC. And this is why she got primaried, okay? Because of her opposition to the establishment and what their agenda is when it comes to supporting Israel no matter what, okay? And listen, here's the thing. You know, in my opinion, this is not something I'm celebrating in the sense that I'm celebrating a foreign country buying our elections. But at the same time, you can't get everything exactly how you want it in life. And sometimes you got to take the W's when you can get them, even if you're getting them in ways that you really don't like, okay? I really do not like AIPAC buying our elections, okay? But hey, I gotta say, AIPAC did us a favor, okay? Because again, they got rid of two of the dumbest race hustlers in Congress. So hey, you know, it is what it is. But yes, that's essentially what happened to Cory Bush, okay? It was one of the most expensive primaries in history outside of the Jamal Bowman primary. And this dude is basically just like Cory Bush, except he's pro-Israel, right? That's the only difference. But, you know, Cory Bush, it's not like she was a very effective congresswoman. I mean, she was one of the most least effective congresswomen, just like the rest of the squad. She did absolutely nothing for her constituents. She was in Congress as strictly an agent of chaos, as an individual who should have never been elected to Congress in the first place, right? In fact, Cory Bush and Jamal Bowman being elected is an indictment on democracy, right? It really is, okay? It really shows you that there's some parts of the country that just cannot handle the responsibility of voting because they vote for idiots. Now, again, this next upcoming election, the national election, okay, that's also going to be a referendum on democracy as well, too, because if this country ends up electing Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, yeah, it's over, right? I mean, it really will be an indictment on democracy and how, it's just not working out here in America, right? Because people are stupid, okay? And people like Cory Bush being elected to Congress is proof and evidence that, yes, a lot of people that are voting are really dumb, okay? But hey, in this case, you know, they got rid of her. They elected a guy who's probably not as dumb as Cory Bush. But again, you know, he's still a progressive. So I can't even say that this is an indictment against, you know, far left progressivism because I believe this guy is basically the same as Cory Bush, except he's pro-Israel. Just like in Jamal Bowman's race, his opponent is basically a progressive as well, too, except he's pro-Israel, right? So, I mean, you're not going to get that much of a difference in regards to policy outside the fact that these guys will vote in line with, you know, pro-Israel interests. But again, they're still far left, so it is what it is. But at the same time, I can't say I'm not happy about another race hustler being ousted from Congress. She should have never been there in the first place. And I hope that this is just the beginning of the end of identity politics, at the very least racial identity politics, being such a prevalent factor in our modern day discourse, right? It looks like this national election is going to be a referendum on identity politics more so than anything. And I'm
hoping a black woman. She's black. She's a woman. Wait. She's Indian? She's Jamaican? She's Puerto Rican? She's Caucasian? What's going on? She's a white Jamaican? A yellow Jamaican? And she's Latino. She's Vietnamese. Filipino. Which one is it? You just can't make this up. And again, there, like he said, there are, people that are just out of touch, clueless, stupidity, and only voting because she's a woman of color. And those people are a part of the problem we have now in this country. Yeah. Identity politics. Disgusting, man. Disgusting. But huge shout out to my brother Greg, man. What an amazing video put together. I'm glad we got to check it out and react to it. I love you guys, man. And I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life as we go through these crazy, woke, disgraceful, dark times together, man. We all need a good laugh. We all need to, give it all we got, man. Simple as that. Give it all we got. We encourage everybody to vote, man, and we want it to be too big to rig. Too big to rig. Because as you can see right now, they are trying to rig that. They are trying to fix that machine, man, and put new parts on it and all kind of stuff. We are not going against a candidate. We're going against a machine. But hey, let me know what y'all think of this. How's that black job? Oh boy.